Well, hello everybody. This is Mike from Music City, and let's go looking for records. Today, we're just down the block from where I live in Franklin, Tennessee, and the place we're going to be heading into is called the Factory. And I guess you could tell they named it properly because that's what it was, an old factory. And inside we're going to find a lot of retail and restaurants, and we're going to find a record store. We'll be there in just a minute. Here we are inside the factory at Luna Records, a little locally owned record shop I like to visit. They've got a selection of both new and used. They have some reasonably priced classic vinyl that I like to browse through, and I think that's what we're going to do today. They also sell some of the newer vinyl, and I just personally don't like the price of new vinyl. So let's see what classic records we might be able to find today to add to my collection. There's the current used record track, and there's some new stuff over here. And here's where actually the used classic stuff starts. And let's kind of look through here and see if there's anything we're looking for. We're looking at A's here. I'm cheating a little bit because I saw something I want to do. We'll just kind of make it. As you can see, we're flipping through vinyl, my favorite pastime in the world. And let's see what I was looking for. Here's what I was looking for. There it is, right there. Batdorf and Rodney, like the show. I think this is their second album. $5.99 fee. I think we're going to go ahead and get it. I got the first album. I don't have this one. And I think I'd really like to check it out. So let's go ahead and pick it up. And then we'll go home and give it a listen. Okay, we are back from Luna Records, where we picked up Batdorf and Rodney, Life Is You. I had mentioned that I had one of their other albums. I thought this one was their debut album, Batdorf and Rodney, the self-titled record there. Actually, this was their second record. This came out in 1972. The record we bought today is their third record, came out in 1975. Just a little bit about the record we didn't buy today. If you've never heard this record before, there was just a great song that was an FM staple back in New York called Home Again. I really go listen to that song on YouTube right now. You'll just love it. Beautiful harmonies between John Batdorf and Mark Rodney. Great acoustic guitar playing. A really enjoyable song. I did get to see them back in the day, some 45 years ago, at the Other End in Manhattan. Was once the Bitter End. They called it the Other End for a while, went back to being the Bitter End, which it is today. But I saw this album, Life Is You. Must have seen it in the bins a million times, and I just don't know why I never bought it. Probably I was just too much into punk and new wave to listen to what really we need to describe here as a nice soft rock sound, you know, good acoustic music. Let's open this up. Love the fact that Luna stores its stuff in plastic, takes good care of things for us. And we got this for $5.99. I thought that was a great bargain. Got a nice lyric insert sleeve there, a little damaged, but that's okay. Oh, they're on Arista Records, Clive Davis's label. And looks to be really nice, clean record. We'll go ahead and put it on, give it a little bit of a listen, and talk about it at the end. Before we do that, I hope you all use disc washer. God, this disc washer, this must be about 50 years old, but does a great job of getting out the dirt and grime out of the grooves, so we get a nice, clean sound. Oh, just an update on Batdorf and Rodney. I don't know what happened to Mark Rodney. I am friends with John Batdorf on Facebook. He's still pretty active. He did a live streaming show recently during the COVID crisis that I thought was really enjoyable. So again, to listen to music of Batdorf and Rodney, like I said, a nice, you know, soft rock sound, you know, sort of kind of around the time of America and Firefall, bands like that, but great guitar playing too, I think, is another one of their trademarks. So let's give a little taste of this one. We're going to talk about the record after I listen to it all, and I want to talk to you about some other purchases I made just last week over at Luna. It sounds nice and clean.
Sleeping, am I in a dream? Am I finding things that I am not supposed to see?
Okay, we're back, and guess what? I loved my purchase for $5.99 at Luna Records. Batdorf and Rodney's Life Is You, a good record. I really enjoyed it. You know, I mentioned passing this over in the racks. I guess in 1975 I was too caught up in Bruce Springsteen. I didn't listen to anything else. But just a great, like, it's a soft rock record, like I mentioned. Great vocal harmonies, great acoustic guitar playing, great long hair. I really liked the title track, Life Is You. Also, there was a song on here called You Are a Song that was also a hit for someone named Jim Weatherly. So just a great record. I would check out Batdorf and Rodney. And as I mentioned, go check out that song Home Again from the previous record. Now, I mentioned that we bought some other things at Luna last weekend. Let's take a look at those real quick. Now, I mentioned that I mostly buy CDs, but I love looking through old vinyl, and sort of my rule is I try to buy things on vinyl that I should have bought back in the day when I bought vinyl, and that was a good example. And here's two more that I picked up last weekend. Great bargains. John Mayall, the Turning Point record. Oh my gosh, do I love this record. Now, I remembered back in the day on WNAW-FM in New York hearing the song Room to Move a lot, and I just loved that song. And it is a live version, and it's from this record, recorded in 1969 at the Fillmore East. I was too young for concerts back then. 51 years ago, and it just sounds fantastic. And of course we know Mayall's pedigree, you know, bringing to fame, you know, Eric Clapton and just about every other great guitar player in Britain. But this was a softer turn from Mayall, and it was a much mellower record, you know, more focusing on his great lyrics. And he was playing with two musicians that I've long respected, John Mark and Johnny Allman. John Mark playing a nice soft acoustic guitar, Johnny Allman playing you know, some wind instruments. Just a great record. And the Room to Move with that harmonica and the driving beat, just a great song. I really was excited to find this, and this just cost me $9.99, was in perfect shape at Luna, so really happy to get that. Now, I guess I was sort of in a live record vein. The other one I picked up was a record that I remember back in the day, you know, got a lot of play on the radio and just, you know, never got a chance to buy, and that's Roadwork by the Edgar Winter Group, a live record from back in the 70s. Double record set. You know, there's one side with songs by Jerry LaCroix, who sang, you know, gospel in a gospel blues vein. There's a side with songs from Rick Derringer. There's one side of the record that's all 18-minute version of Tobacco Road. Gets a little tedious. And then, you know, you've got one side with Edgar Winter and some various things. And I guess that's Johnny Winter, who makes a guest appearance on the record as well too. You know, I gotta be honest. I was a little disappointed with the record. I wasn't so wild about the LaCroix stuff. The Tobacco Road got tedious. The Rick Derringer stuff, which I was kind of looking forward to, was a little disappointing. But you know, it's not a bad record. 4 sides of music, and here's something really strange. Tell me what I'm thinking. Right, is that one record has sides 1 and 4, and the other record has sides 2 and 3. What's the point of that? Wouldn't it be if you had 2 turntables that you would want to be able to go back and forth? And I don't think that kind of works, does it? If you got to go 1, 2, and then flip it over, you could have went to, I don't know. I'm being silly. But again, this one cost me $10.99 for the double record. It was in good shape. Let's look at the gatefold. Some nice pictures. Recorded in New York. Some of it actually at the Apollo Theater. I'm not dissing the record. It just was like I said, it was a little disappointing. So we used some of my local record shop, Luna Records. We're going to try to do this some more. I know it is kind of tough. I had to wear my mask today and use hand sanitizer to look through those record racks. But hopefully we'll take you to see some of the other record stores in Nashville. And hopefully if we start traveling again, we'll do some more of this too. But this is Mike from Music City, and we were looking for records.